Hello,
Keep that
everyone.
in.
I did. I wasn't even recording, but I would have kept it
Dang.
in for sure.
Darn.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another glorious episode of Jedi Talk. You will notice that there are no music cues here because 2/3 of the council is here today. Tom is off doing some dad stuff, so we are filling in just for him by himself or by ourselves. And by ourselves, I mean it's me and your boy Evan T. Boucher. Evan, we got a throwback episode of Jedi Talk. What the fuck is going on, brother?
Diga and good journey. Could I even say great journey, even though we're sadly without Tom. But it is going to feel weird because there's been a lot of references in the stuff that's came out that like would really get Tom going.
I
So
know, dude. Especially this last episode of Bad Batch. I feel like he's got a
yeah,
lot of thoughts on this.
yeah. So we'll do our best to cover it in his honor. But we went from being like, oh, there's no news this week. Let's just do like a top 10 or something to nothing but news.
Right? I know. So just for the listeners who are, listening, obviously, that's why you're listeners. You're listening. Next week, we will do like a rapid fire and just have Tom give his thoughts on these things that we're going to touch on. Do you have like a list ready to go?
I've got a jumble of notes from ranging from Star Wars to going to Blizzard Beach for the first time in 20 years, which I just did. So.
Oh, wow. All right. Let's start with Star Wars news first. Let's get people invested in with what we're talking about. So
Yeah.
I think the first thing, and you can mark this off your list wherever you're at, we got to talk about the Acolyte trailer.
Yeah, man. Of course we do.
What were your thoughts? Because I have thoughts that I feel like you guys weren't as hot on this as I was.
Yeah, no, I'm still crazy excited for the show, but the trailer to me was just fine. You know, but like we all said in our group text, we're very happy it didn't give us anything. It didn't give away anything cool, but it was just like, here's what's going on. There's someone killing Jedi, and we're gonna have a show about that. And that was basically it. So like, that's fine. I'm glad it didn't give anything away. The coolest part for us, like book fans, was seeing Vernestra Rowe. She made like a little quick appearance. So she was the only character from the books.
I didn't even catch that.
She was like there's that one shot of like just a lone person walking.
The one shot of what? And Evan's gone.
In the
you
Jedi
there?
chamber.
Oh, there you are. You were gone for a second. It's
show.
like we got Kyle on the show here. What's happening with your internet?
I'm not that sure, but
So wait, so she was where in the shot? I missed that. I'm sorry.
Like there's a shot, like I don't know exactly, maybe like almost halfway through the trailer where it's just a lone woman walking into a doorway in the Jedi chambers or Jedi Council, and that's her.
So have they confirmed that, or is it like fan speculation?
Yeah, like Star Wars database and everything put out character bios for every character that was shown, and she's one of them.
Wow. Okay, that's awesome. That's a weird one to pick for like a cameo.
I know.
Unless she's like a major part of the show, which honestly that'd be interesting.
I think she is, but it is weird. You know, you just put out Stellan Geo's lightsaber. He's not there.
Yeah, why would you not go with somebody more mainstream?
Avar Chris is like face of the books, kind of in a way.
You know, Avar Chris is my favorite Jedi from this time period.
She's awesome, man. I love her.
I love her. She's the best.
Yes, yeah, I'm hoping we get to see some of them, but Vernestra looked like she was like 30-ish years old, and in the books she's only like maybe 15, 16. So this is kind of good to see her grown up a little bit.
A little further out. You know, I always wonder like what they think of when they're doing like timeline stuff. Because like obviously you could tell this story, and if you interchange the characters, it can just be told at any point in the timeline, right? You know, previous to where we're at. So I always wonder like why they pick certain things. I mean, that's a conversation that we can't, even answer. But
yeah, no way
we wouldn't know. I mean, unless we had like Carrie Hart on, like, why do you think that's a good time? Like, why is now a good time to tell the story? But I am so excited for this show. This is the show that I've been wanting from Star Wars, like the spy stuff, like with Andor. It's interesting, even though I don't think Andor that was that interesting personally. But
yeah,
like,
we've talked to nauseam about Andor, but that's what people online are even saying too. They're like, this kind of feels Andor-y. So.
Oh, weird, because I don't feel like this feels like Andor at all. This feels like what I want from a Star Wars show. Like, this is what I want. Like, I want the Sith and the Jedi fighting it out at the peak of their powers. You know, the Jedi's trying to suppress the Sith, and like I think that is just such an interesting thing to explore in Star Wars. And I just love that they're actually going for it. Like, if you'd have told me when I'm sitting down to watch The Force Awakens in 2015 and go, hey, in a few years, Disney is going to have a TV show where it's the High Republic of the Jedi fighting the first Sith, essentially, in a long time. That would have blown my mind. And the trailer is everything I want. They didn't give anything away in this, and I love that.
Right. That was my favorite part, aside from seeing Vernestra. Like, it just didn't give anything away. And I know we'll probably get 55 TV spots between now and then that do give things away. But I don't
always
watch
do that. They always do that, man.
Yeah, I've stopped watching those, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I'm not watching those either.
But it's cool, too, because, like, Leslie Headland, who's directing it or show running, one of the, I can't remember what she's doing. But she's mentioned how she's selectively brought in things from Legends and kind of picked and choose what to bring in, which is what they've been doing for like 8 years now, you know? But
yeah, I think this is a way better use of their resources than like the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah. And I think this is the perfect time to bring in some Legends stuff because you have the thing that people love from Legends, the Old Republic. Mm-hmm. So if you can like kind of make some Old Republic into some High Republic, that's going to really like make people love your show.
Absolutely. That's a good call, dude. I think that like that video game. What's the I'm just sitting here trying to think of the name of the game and I can't think of it.
Yeah, that's KOTOR, Knights of the Old
Republic. That is like well regarded as some of the best Star Wars media ever, and it's not canon anymore. If they can weasel some of that in, you're golden with this show.
Yeah. So I don't know if
and there's no reason you can't. There's no reason you can't do it. Like, do it. Like, if this is something that everyone loves, do it, man. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. I never played that game, but I understand everybody loves it. But that gives you a chance to bring in Darth Bane, which everyone loves, or, you know, all these other characters that we haven't really got to see. We saw a little bit of Darth Bane and like a Clone Wars vision thing, but that's really about it. So it'd be cool to see maybe some of him, but it's also going to be fun to have the kind of discussion around how this kind of reflects on the Phantom Menace. Because in the Phantom Menace, when Maul reveals himself, Ki-Adi-Mundi and the Council are like, the Sith have been gone for a millennia. So it's like, does that mean that the Sith are going to kill all the witnesses in this show?
It's so funny you brought that up, dude. I was thinking about that today when I was watching this trailer. Because I've rewatched it 3 times. And I was going like, I bet you that the Council covered this incident up.
Right. That was my next option. It's like either the Sith just kill everybody so there's no witness, or there's 1 or 2 left to survive. They're like, we should probably not talk about this.
Well, Yoda's around, right? Yoda's definitely around. And we have a listener question that we'll get to later on in the end of the show. But Yoda's around for this. And
Yoda is, and so is Yarl Poof.
Yep.
And why am I forgetting his name? Not C.O. Bibble. Crap. There's like 2 other ones that I'm forgetting the names of right now.
You know more of their names than I do, buddy.
Yeah. But one of them is Terrace Anube. He's around.
Yeah.
He was the guy that was in Kenobi, like encased in or something.
Yeah. The one he's found around, in that tomb thing. Yeah. I've been rewatching Obi-Wan Kenobi. I finally got around to it. I've been rewatching some old stuff. Like, and I say old. I rewatched in Endgame the other day. Endgame, it holds up, man. Endgame is such a great movie. Endgame is such a great movie. I really think that movie is going to stand the test of time.
Oh yeah, I think the first 20 movies from Marvel are going to stand the test of time. Everything after that, not so much.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Well, that's a conversation for another show. That may be something for Fourth Mother Box, which I'm now the host of. If you guys didn't know, I'm still keeping this. I'm keeping this bit up.
Now worth listening.
Did I tell you how many people texted me and were like, "Dude, congrats on the new podcast"?
No way.
I had like 5 people text me and go, "Dude, congratulations!" I'm like, that's a bit, dude. How do you not know? I mean, I guess to be fair, I did go like, "This is not a bit," like 19 times, but
right.
That's how you know. That's how you know. That's how you know it's a bit. If I say that like that many times.
Yeah.
All right. So what's your hype? What's your hype level on Acolyte? Mine's like at a 10.
Yeah, I'll say it's like a 9, just because like I love the High Republic and I like some dark side. You know, a lot of dark side stuff. So seeing some more dark side and seeing some more High Republic makes it maybe like a 9 for me. And seeing all these obscure Jedi too. I just remembered the other one, Oppo Rancisis. He's the guy that's like half snake. If you've ever seen him,
Was
he's
he in any of the books?
maybe one or two. He was in the Jendi Tartakovsky series, and I
Oh
think
yeah,
like
no.
the background of maybe Phantom Menace or something. But,
Really?
yeah.
That's cool.
So to have those like four guys around, Yoda being the main one, I think Yaddle is too even. So I guess throwing Yaddle is five. To have
Well,
those five around is going to be
having
cool to
Yaddle
see.
around now, I think, is a good call with what happened with the Tales of the Jedi, because that's just gonna like put a little kiss on that story, because you know how it ends.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, I'm excited. I'm like a 9, and it's only a couple months away. Like
June,
before the
right?
trailer came out, I had in my notes for this episode that we're going to do. I'm like, maybe they'll drop the trailer on May 4th, but then like they dropped the trailer now. So
Yeah,
but yeah, June 4th.
I think this is gonna be something special, man. Like it's gonna be so funny to go back and listen to this and be like, wow, he was right, or what a fucking idiot, that show sucked. Like,
Right.
I'm really excited for this show. This is
And
the
it's
first
only
time
8
they've done a
episodes.
show that's not around a legacy character. Am I wrong here?
No, you're right, 100%. And
Well,
I'm
Mando,
sick
I
of-
guess. Mando is not a legacy character, but from
True.
what Jon
Like-
Favreau has said, it is like it was
It's like
supposed
Boba
to be
Fett.
Boba Fett, right? Like, yeah, and that's why they brought Boba Fett in, because it's like they're two different characters.
And
So
I'm kind of
I
sick
guess
of the
Mando
whole.
is, but like it is, but
Yeah.
it's not. Like it's not the same thing. This is something
kinda-
completely unique to the Star Wars canon that we have never seen before.
Yep.
We've seen bounty hunters. We've even seen like the Jedi fighting in their prime, which we thought was their prime. We're going 1,000 years before what we thought was their prime. Like or not? Is it 1,000? Like 400? What is it?
I'm not sure when the show is exactly. The show is closer to Phantom Menace, but the books are far from Phantom Menace.
Okay.
So
we're going like
But then
100.
again-
We'll say like right before what we consider as Star Wars fans right now their prime, because in the Phantom Menace we're like, dude, look at them flipping around, like they're jumping, like that's nuts. This is gonna be like they really have the potential to do something special here, man. Am I off on this? Am I
you're
blowing the Acolyte way too hard right now?
No, I think you're right too, because I don't think this can be super close to Phantom Menace, because then it would be like, where is Vernestra Rowe if she's 30, or where is Avar Chris? So I think this is going to be, maybe 100 years. So all the humans would be dead,
Yeah,
but all the aliens like Yoda, Yaddle, all of them. But no, I think you're dead on, because this is only 8 episodes, and 2 of them are dropping on June 4th. So it's like, that's a quarter of the show right there.
dude. Yeah, let's go, dude. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Dude, should we do a watch party for this?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Do some live. Oh, should we do some live commentary?
Yeah, we haven't done anything like that for a hot minute.
We need to see what Tomas is up to. We might need to do a live commentary.
Yeah,
That would be fun. A reactionary thing. Oh my god, let's go.
yeah.
We could live
And the
stream that on
whole-
YouTube, and I have a way to do that now on our phones directly with all of us talking. Let's go.
Yeah.
That'd be fun,
Like
dude.
the whole discussion around like the legacy character thing too. A side tangent to that is like, I'm kind of sick of the whole Skywalker saga thing, but like this does take place, quote, before the Skywalker saga. So I don't get the people that are like, I'm sick of the Skywalker timeline. I mean, like that's the movies. That's everything we've seen. Like, I don't understand why you're sick of it. Like, it's all good, and we love Mando and all that stuff. So like, I'm confused on that discord of it. But
Do you
the books-
consider the Mandalorian the Skywalker saga?
it's in that 60, 70 year time period. So like,
See, for me, the Skywalker saga, and I don't know what Disney and Star Wars consider the Skywalker saga, but for me, it's 1 through 6.
yeah, that's fair.
Now, Luke does make an appearance, but that doesn't mean that he's the main person in 7, 8, 9. You know,
And Leia's there too. And
but
then
also
the
in a background
title
role.
of 9 is the Rise of Skywalker. So like,
But also, I guess Ben Solo is technically a Skywalker, even though his last name was Solo.
yeah, he's a Skywalker.
I don't know.
It's a weird
That
thing.
would be a fun discussion to have. What is the Skywalker saga?
I mean, technically, Shmi's last name is Skywalker. She's alive before Phantom Menace, so anything in her lifetime would be part of the Skywalker.
Would be part of the Skywalker
and then
saga, right?
Yeah, but then like who's her mom and dad? So I mean, I don't know. It's a weird thing to talk about.
I know. It's tough. This is the plight of a Star Wars fan, Evan. This is how it
Yeah.
goes.
Yep.
All right. What else? What other news we got?
Well, I mean, you caught up on Bad Batch. We haven't talked about 6, 7, and then the one that came out today, episode 8. But
Let's talk about
you
it. So
remember-
I think 6 and 7 were kind of filler episodes.
Ooh, man, I don't know. 6 and 7 felt like a movie to me.
A boring movie, sure.
No, man, that was great at the end. How Wolf. I mean, you don't really have the. I mean, you've seen the Clone Wars, but you don't really care as much, I guess, about the Clone Wars.
I definitely do not as much as you guys do. That is y'all's
like
thing.
the ending. I mean, the whole hour before it was awesome, but just like the ending of Wolf being like, "What should I do? Do I shoot these guys? Do I turn them in?" But like Rex breaks through to Wolf because they're old buddies, and then like Rex and Wolf eventually team up and hang out in Rebels. So somewhere between that episode and when we see Rebels, those two guys get along and get together again. So that's just a weird dichotomy to see those two going at each other. But the whole like assassin guy too, the clone assassin, it's so cool to me that they've kind of made like the clone version of an Inquisitor. Like they have clones that are hunting clones. Like the Inquisitors hunt Jedi, and now they have these assassins that hunt clones, and it's so cool to see that variation of a clone.
I didn't think about it that way, but you're absolutely right. It's a clone Inquisitor.
Yeah. And then Crosshair has slowly kind of told us that he was going to be one of those, but he couldn't do it. He's like, I'm not about.
How you feeling about this Crosshair like redemption arc? I'm not sold on it. I'm really not.
Oh, those 2 episodes?
His just Crosshair's redemption arc in general. How you feeling about it? I'm still not sold on it.
Well, we got a little more depth to it today with like his hand thing that's going on. So
yeah, that's his thing. That's not like his relationship to the rest of the Bad Batch. Like, well, dude, he's still tried to kill all of them like multiple times.
They're saying that, hey, man, this isn't a physical thing going on. This is mental with you. You got to tell everybody that you tried to kill him and you're a terrible person for it.
Do you think like that part of the thing that where he's like, do you think this is in my head? Do you think it's like a mental block where he's feeling regret
and guilt, because he's like,
they gotta go deep in that. That's interesting. Like him having remorse for all of his actions. That's super interesting. But like,
I think they're getting there because like the other clones, they all
still have to like forget. I mean, dude, he killed Tech, man.
He didn't really. He wasn't there at all.
He was a part of what happened and killed Tech. He's responsible. That wouldn't have happened. None of that would have gone down if he was a part of the crew still.
I guess that was like a year after. Like he was in prison.
I'm still blaming him because he's a piece of shit, Evan.
Fair. Okay. But like like the other clones all have these abilities that can help them outside of war. Wrecker's strong, so he can help lift things and build houses or whatever on the island. And Hunter's a good leader.
Wrecker's stronger than I thought he was after this episode today. That was wild. Yeah. We'll get to it, but that was nuts. Yeah.
But they all have things that they can use outside of war, except Crosshair. He's good at killing people. So he's got this mental block of like, now I don't really need to kill people. Plus, I tried to kill my friends. What do I do, and how do I tell my friends, and all this stuff? So it's a big mental block with him that they're trying to get over. Which, if they don't go into it, then it's a screw up, and it sucks. But they need to go into it further, and hopefully they do. But the 6 and 7 episodes too was cool because it took place on Teth, which was where the Clone Wars movie took place. So like to go back to the first time we saw the clones in the Clone War, outside of Attack of the Clones, but the first time we saw the animated clones on Teth was cool to have that connection.
I've still never seen that movie all the way through.
Yeah, I mean, it's
tough, man. It's tough. That might need to be a commentary episode where we just get drunk and watch it because it's terrible.
Yeah, it's cool for Ahsoka, but that's it.
Has any Star Wars character ever done a 360? Or I'm sorry, not a 360 because that would make no sense. Has any Star Wars character ever done a 180 like Ahsoka? Where everyone hated her and now everyone loves her? Like everyone loves Ahsoka. I've never heard anyone say a negative thing about Ahsoka past like 2005.
Right. On like a much, much smaller scale, like Omega kind of had that, where not everybody loved her. initially, but now we all do. But it was nowhere near the Ahsoka thing.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think people were like, shut up, you Australian bitch.
Hey, I was on the team of not really liking Omega in season 1, but now I love Omega. I love the Bad Batch. But it was nowhere near what people said for Ahsoka.
Well, at least you have your Bad Batch magic band that I gave you.
I don't know. You didn't give that one to me. I don't have that one.
I did. I gave it to you.
Then I must have sold it or gave it away or something. I don't got it.
I gave it to you. Like, you were like, I don't want it. I was like, well, I don't want it. You take it. Do I still have that? Like in a bin somewhere, maybe? That's
maybe.
Hilarious. That's hilarious.
Part of it was I didn't like the Bad Batch at that time.
Yeah, this was season 1.
The other part is like, yeah, but the other part is like, I don't need a magic band. Those things are useless. There's no point to have them anymore.
Do you still have the Batu one that I gave you?
Yeah, I have like the 2 or 3 collectors, amazingly like, the cool ones.
I don't want to say which ones they are, but you have that one?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's on my shelf. I can see it over there on the shelf.
I've got ice in my mouth right now. Sorry, everybody listening. I put ice
That's what
in
they
my
call it. You're calling it ice? That's what you're calling it?
How dare you? All right, what's up next while I finish this ice cube off?
Well, I mean, like we said for Tom, man, we got to try to do him some justice. In today's Bad Down, who took down the Ordo Eris.
You cut out. Start over.
Which
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, dang. For Tom, we're trying to do justice here for the cause. But today's Bad Batch, Fennec Shand, mentions this guy that they're hunting. And he took out what's it called here? The Ordo Eris of the Haxian Brood. So that is in Jedi Fallen Order. That's the first time we saw that stuff.
Oh, no shit. I didn't catch that.
To have her mention that the Praying Mantis guy, he took out the Haxian Brood stuff. Not all of the Haxian Brood, but one of their main bases. So that was a nice tie into that. But
that's a really cool little tie-in there.
Yeah. But then, like you said, the group chat, which is similar to a note I made, but you're like, the Bad Batch go to Florida.
I said Floridia.
Floridia. I had it down as Bad Batch Bayou Adventure. So they can retheme Tiana's to Bad Batch in like a decade.
The Bayou Adventure. Dude, that's way funnier than what I said.
Well, my initial reaction was Floridia, like you texted. Then I was like, this is a bayou. You're on a bayou adventure. Yeah.
That's so funny, dude. I also thought of a third one that I'll text you outside of this because I thought it was really funny, but I'm not saying it on this podcast.
Okay, fair. I guess.
Actually, you know what I'll do? I'm going to text you right now, and you can react to the joke, but no one else gets to hear the joke but you.
Okay.
Hang on.
I'll be. I'm waiting. My phone is in hand.
What's the best thing to text you? Probably text you, right?
Yeah, sure.
All right. This is the joke.
Okay. But,
this baby laughed so hard, bro.
But then, like at the end of the episode, most of the stuff is whatever. They're in the bayou, in the swamp, and alligators.
Hang on. Go ahead.
Alligators and whatnot and all that stuff. But then at the end, Fennec Shand says, trust me, it's all good. But then she backstabs him.
I know. What an asshole, dude. Okay. Yeah. This is a genuine question after you read my text. Are we supposed to like Fennec Shand? Because I do not like her in this. Trust me.
I think it's part of her.
You.
I think it's just part of that character. Because when we see her in Boba Fett, she's more of trying to help people and not all about the money and not about screwing people over. So I think it's just a development. All right, let me see this text. I don't even know how to say that. But
yeah, okay. You do? Think about what it says.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I see how to say that. That's so dumb. But just add adventure at the end of that and you got a Disney ride.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
I kind of want to say what it is because it's so funny to me, but I'm not.
Nah, I don't know.
I'm not risking us getting a fucking copyright strike from YouTube, dude.
Fair.
Oh, it's so funny.
So then, Fennec calls up somebody. Is she calling Cad Bane or is she calling Ventress?
It's got to be Cad Bane, right? Oh,
I think
Ventress.
that's what
But
they want us to think.
wouldn't that? But hang on. They said at the beginning of this that this was not going to like contradict canon, right? So she can't be calling it Asajj, right?
You cut out there. What'd you say?
They said at the beginning of the show that they're not like contradicting canon, so she can't be calling Asajj, right?
Right.
At this point, Asajj is gone.
Well, they said they're not contradicting it. So either they've got a somehow she returned Sith ways planned out, or she's not calling her and it is a flashback with her. But I don't know.
It's got to be Cad Bane, or it's got to be Wanda Sykes' character. I can't remember who she is. The person that called the Bad Batch. Yeah, it could be her. And she's double crossing them.
Or I don't know. It could be Fee. I don't know if that makes a ton of sense.
Mm-hmm.
I wish. It could be Sid. It'd be kind of fun to have Sid come back in, and
that's what you've been wanting. That would be good, actually, if it was Sid.
Yeah. Maybe they're making us think it's Cad Bane, but it's really Sid. Or I don't know. I never thought about it being Sid.
Did she work with Cad Bane?
Who? Fennec?
Yeah. That we know of?
Not that I know for sure, but I'm sure it's happened.
Pay off in The Mandalorian, dude.
I'm sure it's happened somewhere in a comic or something. I don't know for sure though.
What if she's working for the Hutts?
Yeah. Dang, I don't know.
They haven't been brought back in since like the early days of the Clone Wars. That'd be fun. If she's involved with the Hutts still, that'd be cool. I really think that'd be cool.
That would be cool, especially because they went to Teth, which was like where the tiny in the Clone Wars movie, the Stinky the Hutt was at.
Oh God, Stinky.
So, yeah. So you got that tie in.
Maybe not.
Right. What if it's Stinky? Stinky's all grown up now.
I'm okay with that. I think that'd be fun, actually.
At this point, he wouldn't be all grown up. He'd probably be like 6. But still he'd be fun. Old enough to talk.
Bringing the Hutts back in would be a real fun time, dude.
Yeah, I think the Hutts are kind of a untapped thing in Star Wars. That's a good point.
I agree. I think it'd be really fun to do. Bring the Hutts back in.
Yeah,
because no one out pizzas the Hutt.
Hey, there you go. What if they bring in Pizza the Hutt?
Pizza the Hutt. That's the best gag in that movie. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, especially how it goes
Star
out.
Tours. What's it called? Spaceballs.
No, Spaceballs. But yeah, because especially how he goes out, he got trapped in his limousine and he ate himself to death.
I didn't watch that movie, man.
I love that movie.
I've only seen it once, and I was very distracted when I watched that movie. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Distracted.
I was very
probably
distracted.
by the text you sent me.
I want to say what it is so bad, but I'm not gonna. Hey, you got to be honest. If they said that planet name, you'd be laughing your ass off. You'd be going, what?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they didn't say the planet name, so hey, in my head canon, I'm going to go with your text.
I was going to go with Floridia, but okay.
Yep, and we'll have to tell Tom so Tom can be in on it.
Yeah, Tom's gonna have to know what this is because I think it's really funny. I think it's really funny. All right, what else we got? What other news we got going on?
I think that's really it for like the exactly Star Wars news, but there's news that came out that has a lack of Star Wars.
Let's talk about this because I want to know your. I saw your take on this, and I think you have a bad take on this.
For the cruise line, right?
Yep. I honestly think you have a bad take on this.
So they got this awesome idea for a cruise line. You know, they have the Marvel theme, which is cool if you like Marvel, and they have Pixar.
Did they put Marvel villains on this?
Yes, this one has Marvel in it. So there's a new one they've announced, which is awesome because it's gonna have like Hades and Captain Hook and like awesome villains that I love and that don't get to see here in the parks because we don't get villains. But
they're at the Christmas party and stuff. But okay.
Yeah, you got to pay. But
yeah,
it's called the Heroes and Villains.
Are you new to this?
I guess not. Or I guess I am.
Are you new to this?
It's this new cruise line. It's called the Destiny, I think. I don't care about the names, but it's a Heroes and Villains theme. And Star Wars has some of the best.
You cut out. Star Wars has some of the best heroes and villains. Is that what you said?
What?
You cut out. You said
heroes and villains.
Okay, you said Star Wars has some of the best heroes and villains. Sorry. Is that what we said? Okay. You're like Kyle tonight. What the fuck's going on?
Cinema. I don't know. But it's like I don't understand how they don't include them? Like,
So
it makes no sense.
here's my take on this. People sign up for a Disney cruise. Do you know that the entire reason that I started Jedi Talk was because Disney fans were tired of listening to me talk about Star Wars? People who are Disney fans do not give a fuck about Star Wars at all.
But Marvel's there, so they
Who's
like
from Marvel?
The one thing they showed was like the Black Panther logo.
But did they announce anybody that is specifically coming from Marvel?
No, but like
who would even be a hero or villain from Black Panther that anyone would give a fuck about?
Yeah, I don't know why they picked him out of all of them.
If you're going heroes and villains of Marvel, you go Loki and you go Iron Man. Like those are the two. And if those people aren't involved, then who gives a shit?
And Loki's both. But Loki's a hero sometimes and a villain sometimes.
True, valid point. But here's the thing, dude.
So
like
Wanda.
they've done
one day Wanda's a hero, one day she's a villain.
That's a good one. That's a good call too. They did the Star Wars Day at Sea though, dude. Like you're acting like they've never done anything, but they did.
Gone.
But they did.
Why did they get rid of them?
But they did it. You can't do everything all the time. You got to have shit that comes and goes. Otherwise, people who come on cruises more than once or twice every 4 years go, why the fuck would I do that again? It's the same shit.
It's not every cruise though. Like the Marvel Day at Sea, it's not everyone. So like
Star Wars Day at Sea was for a hot minute.
Well, it doesn't need to be every cruise, but it needs to have the option to be one cruise. Like the fact that I can't do it, I'll never get to do it. I missed my chance. And it's
hey,
gone
bro,
forever.
were you going on one of these cruises anytime soon?
I was if it was a Star Wars one.
Would you have really booked a ticket for a Disney cruise if they were like, "Hey, Kylo's going to be there"?
Yeah.
You really
I say it all the
would've.
time on Instagram. I've quoted on all of the cruise line posts. I say I'm not cruising with you unless you bring Day at Sea back. And like I mean it. I'm never cruising Disney until they do Star Wars.
I've never done a Disney cruise, so I can't say how good or bad they are.
Taylor loves it. She's been on like 5, 2. She's been on like 2, and she loves it.
That's a big difference, 2 or 5. But she's either done 1 or 19 of them. I don't know.
Well, that's more than 0, which is what I'm going to do.
It's more than 0 than what I've done. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I just feel like Disney Star Wars, like they consider them separate things, which I'm glad they do because I don't want to see fucking Mickey Jedi. I don't want to see Darth Goofy and shit. I'm glad they keep it a separate thing, and I think that they do a good job of it. And they can do a separate thing with it for sure. Yeah. But just because they're not doing it right this second doesn't mean they're not going to be doing it at some point in the future. They just did it.
Like 7, 8 years ago.
It wasn't that long. It wasn't that long ago.
But yeah, it was.
No.
Okay, if you say so. But it's been gone, and I'm not the only person online. Everyone else is like commenting with me.
No, they should do it, but I think like giving them shit for doing like a classic Disney cruise when that's what people who go like.
But it's not. It has Marvel on it, so it's not just Disney. It's Marvel.
But what characters? What characters are coming from Marvel?
I don't know. All I saw was the Black Panther logo, and that's all I did because I
did they like go like, hey, you can hang out with Goofy and Captain Hook and Ursula and Black Panther and Thanos. Like, did they say who they're doing, or is it just supposed to be like you hop on board and we'll see what happens?
I don't know. I didn't look at it because I said there's no Star Wars. I'm out. All I saw was that's cool that they're gonna have villains. Some reason Marvel's there. No Star Wars. I'm out. I don't know. I didn't look.
So if they didn't include Marvel, would you be okay with them not having?
No, because I need Star Wars.
But okay, so
I don't understand.
So they go, this is our Disney classic cruise. Like we're doing with old
Marvel.
School. I'm giving you a caveat here, bro. They go like, hey, we're doing. This is our Disney villains and heroes thing. Disney, not Marvel, not Star Wars. Disney. We're doing Captain Hook. We're doing Peter Pan. We're doing. Who the fuck? I mean, I literally cannot think of another hero and villain combo. What's another hero and villain combo?
Well, the one in the advertisement
Dumbo
was
and the guy that beat the shit. Oh yeah, Hercules. Okay, Hercules and Hades. That's a good one. Ursula and Ariel.
promo was Hercules.
Aladdin and Jafar. Like, okay, so like those, and they're like, that's it. That's what we're doing. Would you then be like, why the fuck are you not doing Star Wars, or is it just because they included Marvel and excluded Star Wars?
It's that, and they have a history of they used to do Star Wars, so I just don't get why it won't come back.
But they did it. I mean, how many times you get like Kyle syndrome where you want to see the same shit over and over? They did it already.
I've never seen it, so
but
I
you
don't
weren't
want to
there.
see
That don't mean they didn't do it because you weren't there. Kyle. Kyle does this with Batman. He's like, I want the same shit over and over again. That's
completely different. You're talking about movies, which is like completely different than paying $5,000 to go on a boat. That's nothing like that.
But it's the same thing. They did it already. They had Luke and they had, or maybe not Luke.
Okay.
Who did they have on the day of C?
I don't know.
I'm sure it's available.
Like you can watch Batman movies now. I can't go on a day at sea that happened in the past. I don't have a time machine. So like, if you want the same Batman over and over again, just watch it. It's there. I can't go do a day at sea for Star Wars because it's gone. I don't have a time machine.
Yeah, but dude, they did it already.
Okay, but I didn't.
Well, you're not the only person that pays for a Disney cruise.
I never will have paid for one, and never.
But do you see what I'm saying? Like they've done it already. Like they did that. They did. I can't prove this, and this is why I think.
Okay, so they should close the parks because they've done them already.
No, because they're still doing it, and it's still something that people have interest in. Hear me out.
People have interest in this.
Hear me out, please.
Me.
Hear me out. God damn it.
Make a valid point, and I will.
Well, I'm trying. You won't let me talk. They closed Star Wars Launch Bay. I don't think, or not closed, but they really drastically altered it, and they closed that gift shop because that was funding from Lucasfilm to promote the sequels.
Yes, I worked there.
If I'm betting money, I would bet money that Lucasfilm was footing the bill for the Day at Sea stuff, which is why it happened in the first place, and which is why they had the Star Wars villains there on the cruise ships was to promote the sequel trilogy, which is why it conveniently stopped around 2019.
There you go. That's a good reason. Not saying they did it so they don't need to do it.
No,
there you go.
That's why it's not happening again. Would be my guess. I don't fucking know. I have no inside information.
That's logical.
But
that's logical in a Disney business sense.
Yes,
that's logical.
And that's what I'm looking at it from. Because if it was something that would benefit them financially, they would do it. You know, they put those stupid. Again, my brain is not working today. I've had a horrible day. Surveys out, and they go, "What do you want to see? We'll do what you want to do," and they throw it out there, right? People who are like informed Disney fans are not, for the most part, unless you're trying to end up on Lynn Tesla's podcast, are not taking those surveys in earnest. I wouldn't take one. Would you take one?
No, because they already know what I think, and
they don't care. Exactly. Yeah. So like,
they care about the resort fatties and the Rudians.
So what those dum-dums on the boats are saying is, why is Darth Vader on this? I want to see Marie. And they're like, okay, well, the dipshit who paid $10,000 to be here on season, who didn't have another choice, is wanting to see X, Y, and Z. Let's give him X, Y, and Z.
Which is true.
Now, is that a reason to not do what you're asking? No, of course not. But that's the justification as to why you're not seeing it. Because if people were going, we want to see Darth Vader, we want to see Kylo Ren, we want to see Darth Maul on the ships, you bet your sweet bippy they'd be on the fucking ship.
But then there's the Star Cruiser people that just did the whole Disney Wish. That was like 500 people. And they didn't take note of that at all. Like, it makes no sense to me.
Well, we don't know what the outcome of that's going to be yet.
They had their chance to announce it, and they didn't.
I think you're going to get something coming up, but you're not going to like what it's going to be. No matter what it is. Unless they reopen it.
If they do Star Wars, I'll like it. Everything they do Star Wars, I like.
If they do the same building and they change nothing aesthetically and they go, it's just a hotel and you can book for 6 days, you're still invested? You're still going to go?
Yeah, if they drop the price. But
same price, but you have to book for a week.
No.
Okay.
Definitely not.
But you get a week.
Nah, it's okay.
Okay. All right. I'm curious what Tom's take is on this. Because I think your take's like, I get your opinion. Like I'm not telling you your opinion's wrong.
If I was the only one saying this, I would understand not. But there's people that have replied to me, and I only have like 1,000 followers.
Yeah,
and I've had people reply to me like, "Yeah, you're right. Where is it? Why don't they do it?" So
but they did it. They did it already, and it didn't work. Or because if it had worked, they would have kept doing it. It didn't work.
No, it did work. It's just what you said. It was advertisement for the movies, so they stopped.
You think that's what it was? That was just speculation.
Yeah.
That's what I think it was. Truly.
No, that makes complete sense because that's what happened to Launch Bay too. They stopped funding it because they stopped.
It was right around the same time too. That's what I think.
Yes, that's the real reason.
But here's the thing: you still got like all these Disney Plus shows and stuff though. So like, why not keep it going? Like Star Wars interest isn't going anywhere.
Which
is why you keep making Star Wars content,
right?
Because it's not going anywhere.
Why don't you put Mando and Boba Fett and Fennec Shand? And
oh my God, that'd be so dope.
How awesome would it be? Because you can meet those people in the parks. But how awesome would it be if it was
not
exclusive? Our park. True. If it was exclusive to only the cruise, what if you could meet like the Bad Batch only on the cruise? Like
now, but my thing is you gotta if you're trying to like I don't know, bro, and I'm being sincere here, and I think maybe because I've met him already, I have that like, I'm good. You would have to really do something special for me to book a special Disney cruise.
Like well, you're not a character
Disney,
guy.
I'm not a character guy, period. But if you were like Darkwing Duck and Negaduck are going to be on the Disney cruise together, it's the first time.
That's a pretty good hero and villain that's not there for some reason.
Yeah, that would be a good one. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I still don't even know if that would be worth it to me. For what? The photo? Like, I don't care that much.
Yeah, it depends what they do. Because the other ones all have theme shows, like the Pirates Night. Like that's a Captain Jack show, and the Marvel has a big show. So if they do shows and cool stuff with it, then it's more than just a meet and greet and a picture. You
know what I would pay for if they did 90s Magic Kingdom night.
Oh, like they just did at Disneyland.
Hear me out. If they did 90s Magic Kingdom night and they just and like the show on the ship was just them recreating all the shows from County Bounty back in the day.
Yeah, dude.
From that, from Mickey's Starland and Mickey's Birthday Land, they just recreated like the Darkwing Duck and Bonkers show, or no, was Bonkers? Yeah, Bonkers, Goof Troop. Yep. That's something special. I'm coming on the ship multiple times.
And this is the perfect time to do it. All of us 90 babies have the money and want to do it, but here they are not.
Yeah,
they're so.
I don't know. It's tough because you want to like. I get like it sucks. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I get where Disney's coming from with it, because like your business does not hinge on the hardcores. The hardcores are going to be there whether we're booking a cruise or not, right? No, but that's true. You're gonna go to the park. You're gonna buy something. You're gonna buy a lightsaber set. You're still supporting them. You're gonna buy something.
Right, I support the good things they do, yeah.
But you're still supporting them. So they don't give a shit if you go, oh, it's the lightsaber. They go, okay, we got your money. So they are going to go, okay, well, this is working because people are booking the cruise ships. No one's not booking because of this. You see what I'm saying? Like if
I'm not booking because of this.
Yeah, but someone else there's 9 people in your place that will.
And that's the problem.
Because exactly. And but as a corporation whose goal is to make money, that's what they're trying to do. They are trying to fill cabins. They don't give a fuck. And if they see, oh, everyone loves this heroes and villains thing, who knows? That could like trickle down to the parks and go like, hey, we need a villains land. That was announced at D23 last year, and then it like kind of quietly went away. No one said anything about it since 2 years ago.
Maybe,
but
yeah. Good segue, because they announced some D23 stuff, which is awful.
I didn't even see this. What is this? Oh, the Harrison Ford thing.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, Harrison Ford is a Disney legend, and I commented, "How the fuck did this just happen now?"
Yeah, same with Joe Rohde.
What? How the fuck are those two guys just now Disney legend? What are you talking about?
I have no idea.
If I had to think of 2 people, once you consume Fox and Lucasfilm, that are Disney legends, how the fuck is it not Joe Rohde and Harrison Ford? What are you doing? Does Mark Hamill have a star?
Yeah.
Or not a star. Does Mark Hamill have? Is he a Disney legend? He fucking better be.
I think he was also recently, like in the past 5 years.
God damn. How do you fuck that up that bad?
It's what they specialize in.
yo, it's fucking Harrison Ford. It's Indiana Jones and Han Solo. I mean, there's nothing else to say. He's done so many other movies, but like there's literally nothing else past it's Harrison Ford. He is Han Solo and fucking Indiana Jones. Like, what else is there?
I really hope Joe Rody doesn't even show up. And I wouldn't put it past him not to show up.
He's so funny.
That would be
He's like, hi, I'm here in Pandora trying to correct all these mistakes.
Well, no, he doesn't. He won't even do that because
I know he's done.
He made the smart move and got out.
He got out when Chapek got hired. That was when I knew we were fucked. That was when I was like, uh-oh.
I really hope he doesn't even show up. That would be so cool.
That would be, dude, you know how fucking funny that would be if they're like, he can't he can't accept the award tonight. He's not here, but in his place is Jake Sully from Avatar.
That would be great. I mean, it's not as big, but the 25th of Animal Kingdom he didn't go to, and he made an Instagram post being like, "I can't be there, but congrats on the 25 Animal Kingdom." So like, it's not quite the same, but it's kind of close. So I hope he does the same. It's like, I'm honored to be a legend, but I'm out here in Bora Bora, whatever.
Didn't he finish something with his like Lifehouse Point thing recently?
I think so too. Yeah.
I feel like I saw something about that, but I've never done Disney cruise. I don't care. I don't know.
I'm never gonna do one. So
I'm gonna do one eventually, but I just don't care. Like I don't care. Like to me, there's nothing. As somebody who would go on a cruise, what I want when I go on a cruise is I want no children. I want my phone to not work. I want unlimited booze, and I want to chill the fuck out in the sun with headphones in and relax. And there's nothing that Disney can offer me that would counteract that for my vacation.
That Haunted Mansion bar looks pretty sick.
I don't even think I've seen that.
Oh man, yeah, the Haunted Mansion bar, and there's a Nautilus bar too.
I've seen the Nautilus bar. That all sounds cool, but like,
you think those two things would make me want to go, and they do. But it's like,
especially the Nautilus.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't give. My thing is about characters. Like, I do not give a fuck.
And I love characters too. So
I couldn't. I literally could not care less. Like, I'm not fucking meeting a character on a cruise ship by myself when it's just me and Holly. I'm not fucking doing that. I don't care.
Yeah,
that's my thing. Like, I don't care. Like, I honestly, bro, if Darkwing Duck was on the ship and we were there and like, surprise, I'd be like, oh, that's cool. I would like go look and be like, hey, but I wouldn't stand in the line. Like, I'm just not a character person. So maybe that's part of the reason why it doesn't bother me as much. But
I think that is, and some of it is like, we've met most of these characters. Like
that's part of it too.
But yeah, I've never met Darth Maul.
I can go meet Darth Vader. I can go
but
meet him any day of the week if he's on the ship.
Or like we said, or Bad Batch, like we said, if there's someone I've never met, I would love to do it. But
yeah, I just
even
feel
with
like
the
Disney's trying to lean back more into their classic Disney shit because that's what's working.
Well,
for
they have
them
to because all their modern stuff sucks.
Yeah. Well, you know goddamn well Moana's going to be a part of that fucking life.
She doesn't suck. She's awesome.
I don't get it. I don't care. Moana's fine. Yeah, Jack agrees. Moana's fine.
Right.
Moana, she's fine, but like I don't care.
My character journey has been weird because like as a kid I loved meeting him, but then when I moved down here, I didn't care. But then like as I was here longer, I did like going to meet him because the lines were shorter than some rides, and then I started working with them. So like now I love meeting characters. I went from loving them to not caring to loving again.
Yeah,
so it's weird.
I totally get it because like you also see how hard those dudes work and those ladies work, and I understand and appreciate that, but I just don't care. Like if they were like, hey, you're going on a cruise, and while you're on the cruise, Palpatine in his like chair at the end of Rise of Skywalker is doing a meet and greet. I'd want to go see what the setting was.
Yeah,
I don't think I'd wait. Dude, I'm telling you, I don't think I'd wait in line. I really don't. To me, that is the coolest meet and greet you could possibly do. Episode.
But if he's on an arm, on that giant robotic arm,
that's what I'm talking about. Like it's just like an animatronic on the arm, and like,
whoa.
I still don't think I'd wait. I'd be like, that's really cool, and I'd see other people post photos. I'd be like, oh, that's really cool. But just, I'm more interested in the theming around the character.
But you wouldn't have to wait because you would have to get up at 7 a.m. to buy a Genie Plus and book a virtual queue and get the virtual line
Wait
to
a second.
maybe see Palpatine.
Wait a second. Did they do that on the ship?
Yeah, I
You
was watching a
shitting
vlog.
me?
I was watching a vlog the other day. They have virtual queues for
Oh
characters.
my god! Get the okay. Virtual queues different. Is it free?
I think so.
Okay, if it's
But
free,
then
that doesn't
again,
bother me as bad. If
Then
you're
again, it's
paying
modern
for that,
Disney, so I don't
get
know.
the fuck out of here. You're paying for that on a vacation. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here.
That's a problem with Disney. Is like if two hardcore fans like us are like, I don't know if that's free or not. You've made it too
That's
confusing.
a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you've made it too confusing. You started paying for everything to make it. Yeah, so. But that's a perfect segue to what they've done to D23.
No, hang
now,
on a second. Before we get back to that, I just want to make sure that I understand your point. If they didn't include Marvel and it was just like classic Disney heroes and villains, you wouldn't be annoyed that they didn't include Star Wars, right?
No, yeah, I don't care if what else is there. If they buy Harry Potter and Harry Potter's there, I don't care. It's just why isn't Star Wars there?
Gotcha.
Like put in whoever, I don't care as long as Star Wars is there. But it's not for some reason. So
I think they're going classic. That's why I think it's not there.
Which is cool, but I
also would kind of give them a little bit of a break with the Marvel stuff because Marvel's been around since the 60s, man. If you're talking like Spider-Man and Doc Ock or like
dude, if it was Doc Ock, I'd consider going because I love Doc Ock.
It's been around forever. Who? Okay, I would. We'll talk about this later. I need to look into see who the Marvel villains and heroes were because that's more interesting to me than not the Star Wars characters is who they included with that because that will tell you a lot about who they consider to be like the main Marvel characters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like who I consider the main Marvel characters is like Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four. To be perfectly honest with you, like to me and Daredevil, those are the main. But like Disney probably sees like Iron Man and Captain America and like the Red Hood or not the Red Hood. That's DC. The Red Skull or something. Like who the fuck knows who they consider to be like the iconic Marvel, the heroes and villains. Who knows?
You have to do
what
what's
market
iconic.
research did they do to figure that out?
Yeah, you have to do what's iconic, but also what's plausible. Like
yeah, for sure.
A Red Skull would be so easy. Just put a red mask on a guy and you got him.
Yeah,
like, it has to be doable too. Doc Ock
would be
they
sick.
couldn't really do because of the arms.
I'll never forget. You know what the biggest meet and greet in my childhood is? Do you know what it is?
I say that, but my dad made me a Doc Ock costume with arms when I was a kid.
That sounds like something your dad would do.
If we can do it, and Disney can't, but that's the current state of Disney, so I'm not surprised.
You know who my most memorable meet and greet as a kid memory is?
No.
I remember meeting the X-Men at Islands of Adventure. They all rode in on like four-wheelers.
They still do that show, I think.
They
too.
do it? Oh, shit. They really still do that?
There's
Oh, my God. I remember they had
guy
like flags
does,
on the back of them. That's hilarious.
There's a guy that does Kylo and sometimes Chewie, but he also does the guy with the laser eyes.
Cyclops?
Universal. Yeah,
Shut
he does
up.
that guy too.
Oh, that's fucking dope. Did you watch X-Men today?
Yeah.
You did?
He was a Star Cruiser Chewie, so I know he did the Star Cruiser some. But
No, did you watch
yeah.
the X-Men Revival show today?
Oh, no, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, the 97 animated show. It's back.
Oh.
You didn't know about this?
No.
How did you not know about this?
I don't give a flying anything.
What? It's Marvel. You love Marvel.
What?
You love Marvel.
Is this a bit?
You started this podcast talking about how much you loved Marvel. Stop it.
Back then, yeah.
This is 1997 X-Men animated show that they did like a continuation of. They picked up from the last season and are continuing on with the story that was set in motion.
All right, that's cool.
Did you not
watch it?
You never watched the X-Men show as a kid?
No.
Oh, yeah, that's way before your wait. How old were you in 97? Like -3?
No, I was 4.
Okay, you were 4. So yeah, that's a little before your time. I remember watching it. Okay. I haven't watched. I was just going to get your opinion on it if you had. I know.
No.
I think Tom did. I haven't watched.
I've only seen one of the
messaged
X-Men
me
movies. So.
Oh wow. Holly messaged me today. She goes, "Do not watch that X-Men Revival, X-Men 97 without me." And I was like, "All right, done." Because I was going to after I watched Bad Batch today. Because I'm stoked for it. I think this is a cool fucking thing they're doing. The only thing I wish they would have done differently is, and maybe if this like really crushes, I would love for them to do the Spider-Man animated series in the same way.
I did watch that one.
God
that
damn
one was
it.
awesome.
Wouldn't that be dope if they just picked up where that left off?
That'd be great.
Get the fuck out of here. That'd be so dope. All right,
Yeah.
before we wrap this up, because we're almost at an hour, what else we got? Do we have anything else?
Well, it's kind of connected to this conversation and something we talked about last show too, where like what character meet and greet would be awesome. I've been watching a lot of the old, not the real hockey Mighty Ducks, but the like Animal Ducks Mighty Ducks. Do you remember that show?
Yeah, the cartoon? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I had action figures.
Can you
from it.
imagine if they had those as meet and greet and Dragonis?
That would be
cool.
pretty sick.
I've been watching that show a lot, bringing me back. And I was like, dang, I remember this show.
That would be a dope 90s night. I don't know why they don't do that at Magic Kingdom, man. I really don't.
I don't. Well, I don't know.
Part of it, I think, is, you have people paying for those like super expensive resorts, and they're like, hey, you get extra entry. And that's like
true.
step on those toes, which I understand, which is why they don't do Christmas or Halloween parties on a Friday. Or is it Friday or Saturday night? Friday night?
I think it was Friday. 'Cause
Friday.
I remember doing some on Thursday.
Yeah, it's one of the two. So they don't do Fridays. They either do Fridays and don't do Saturdays, or they do Fridays and don't do Saturday. Vice versa. I don't remember. I forget which one it is, but they. I think that's just part of it. They just don't want to like, hey man, we can't. We can be greedy to a point, but there's a point where we can't.
Well, that one would be one point of their greed overtaking another point of their greed. So, like, which point of greed is higher? Let's stick with that.
Yeah,
And it's the people in the deluxe resorts. So,
I remember when I worked there, like having to escort people from the back of Fantasyland to the front of the park because they didn't know that a Halloween party existed.
wow,
I'm
not surprised.
It blew my mind. I mean, there's like, it says it in the app. It says it before you come in. They tell you at the touch points. There's an announcement at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Do you want me to hold up a sign and follow your family around? Like what do you want me to do? Like, but the people, you gotta remember, people like that exist, and truthfully, what sucks is people like that are who fuel Disney, man. That's 95% of their fan base is people like that.
Yep.
I genuinely think people go to Disney and they don't know why they should go to Disney.
Yeah. No, it's become part of like the culture. It's like, you go. All right, I win.
You go, and then you just complain about it. That's expensive, and then you come back when your kids are. You go when your kids are 8, and you go when your kids are 15.
If that, some people are just once in a lifetime. They're like, all right, we did it, and that's all they care about. The once in a lifetime people. They're like, okay, they came, they gave us their money. We don't have to see them ever again. Next family, you came, you gave us your money. Okay, bye. Yeah. Next family.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
It's annoying, but that's what keeps it going. Because if there's not enough hardcore dorks like you and me and other people to fuel it, there's just not. Like, I love Disney, but I'm not going and spending hundreds of dollars every day. People who are coming for once in their lifetime are. And that's what sucks about this shit. And that's what sucks about Star Wars, is because I saw The Force Awakens like, I think 14 times in theaters because I had Movie Pass. I remember being in empty theaters of The Force Awakens.
That would be cool. That'd be
empty theater. I was sat in the very back, and I was the only person in the thing. And I had gotten to the point where I was like remembering movie lines by that point, and I was like saying them along with it. And like I was healing from surgery. That's why I was there so often. And it was. I just remember being like, "Why is no one here but me?" And
you're like, oh yeah, because it's 2:00 on a Tuesday.
Exactly. But also, like, there's just not that many hardcore fans. There's just not that many hardcore people. I mean, it's confusing because you go to like a MegaCon for a weekend, right? And you see the thousands of people that are just hardcore, willing to spend money to meet people for 2 seconds, going and getting autographs and X, Y, and Z. And you go like, why doesn't this translate? It's because you're zooming in on a huge culture. There's so many people who.
Oh yeah.
It's confusing. It's like genuinely confusing because like when
parks hold like 50,000 people and MegaCon is only like what 5,000 people.
Yeah,
so like
you
see 5,000 people and you're like whoa, but then you're like
it's more than 5. It's more than 5. It's probably like 20, but yeah. But
whatever it was.
It's not, and one park and that would be a slow day at that park.
Yeah.
It's weird, and it's every day. So like you have to extrapolate that times 365. And it's just like there's so many people out there that just do not give a fuck on the level that we give a fuck. And
Yep.
Disney makes the decisions not based on what we want and based what those people want.
We get punished for caring.
I don't know about punished because they still do really cool shit, but
Sometimes.
it's Galaxy's Edge, brother. Galaxy's Edge. Just be thankful that shit exists, because if they had proposed that within like a 6-month different window, either way, it wouldn't have existed.
Yeah,
like, I think about that all the time. That
they wouldn't make it today.
Fuck no. Nope. And they wouldn't have made it 3 years ago. The only reason they made it is because Harry Potter was crushing ass so hard at Universal, which is why I'm so curious to see what happens with Disney and Epic Universe, because they're going to have to do something.
Well, I hope the Monsters Land does good, so then Disney does a Villains Land. Like, that's the only copycat thing I can think of for them to do.
It's just the fact that they're on par with them theme park wise now. And if they decide to make another one,
they're above. They're more than on par.
But just numbers wise.
No, they only have 3.
They have 4. Volcano Bay is a water park, but it is a theme park.
It's a water park. It's a great water park.
They consider it a theme park, so they have 4 resorts. There's 4 theme parks. I don't consider it a theme park, but Universal, especially with when that opens, they're gonna go our 4 theme parks, and that's what do.
It'll be stupid. But then Disney should say
we have 6.
when they have them both open.
We have 5
because they never have both water parks open anymore.
So let's talk about your first visit to Blizzard Beach.
Yeah, I haven't my first since 20 years ago, man. It was great. It hasn't changed.
When was this? Was it like the other day?
Yeah, like a week ago.
Fuck yeah, dude! I remember the first water park I ever went to was Blizzard Beach, and it was once I moved here and worked here, and I fucking loved it so much.
Yeah, I say it hasn't changed, but like they added that little frozen section, and like that was fine. You know, like they did that tastefully. It didn't ruin everything.
I agree. I think the frozen stuff is actually it fits kind of.
Yeah, I like it. I like that little area, and that's an amazing feat to say in modern Disney, to be like they added an IP and it didn't ruin everything. So, but no, aside from that, it wasn't touched, man. It felt like I was in the 90s again. It felt like the Eisner 90s era of Disney. It was awesome.
You got me wanting to go to a water park right now, dude. I think I'm going to call out of work tomorrow and I'm going to Blizzard Beach.
Dude, when we come back from Indiana, I'm going to Typhoon Lagoon.
I forgot you're in Indiana. Fuck, I forgot you're in Indiana.
We're going, tomorrow we fly out. So.
Oh, you're still here right now?
Yeah, we fly out in the morning. But when I get back...
Have a safe trip, buddy. I'm going to miss you guys. I hate not knowing that you're here.
Which is weird, you know? We went from fake snow at Blizzard Beach to potentially real snow in Indiana.
Yeah, like, I heard one of my friends...
25.
One of my friends, Nicole, who listens to the show and has forever, she's like... She had to like stay an extra few days because of some snowstorm from Canada or something.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to shit, so I don't know what's going on. But she was saying like it's pretty bad. And that's got me concerned. Holly's in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Man. So who the fuck knows?
That weather down here has been beautiful. It's like 70s. So I'm going from beautiful weather. And the parks are empty right now. What's going on?
Are they?
Yeah. We went to Magic Kingdom 2 days ago. Walked on to Space Mountain, Thunder Mountain, Pirates, Haunted Mansion.
What?
We were there from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Shit, I suppose my son's pass is blocked out. I'm about to keep that little shit at home and go ride some shit.
Right? We were there for 4 hours.
I gotta go to work.
10 rides. We saw Happily Ever After.
No way, dude. Awesome. Seriously?
Yeah. We walked up to our spot that we always go to for Happily Ever After at 8:15. The show started at 8:30.
Whoa.
We didn't have to camp out or nothing, man. The park was empty.
Whoa, that's wild because right now it's spring break.
Yeah, I was like, this is not great. We're gonna go and be swarmed and do 2 rides and go home. But no, we made a great night out of it.
Oh my God, I'm jealous. That sounds awesome.
And the weather was perfect. It was 60, 70, beautiful.
Man. Yeah, the weather has been perfect.
Yeah.
It's been glorious.
Oof.
All right, brother. Well, have a safe trip to Indiana. Tom, we will see you next week. Check out Fourth Mother Box over on YouTube, podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. They're doing a live show, so go follow them on Instagram to get details on how to follow that. Their 300th show is coming up, which That's adorable. How many shows have we
Hey,
done? 4,000.
they didn't. They didn't do every day. You know, you used to do every day. So
I'm kidding, of course. But yeah, go check them out over there. And anything else you got, Evan, before we wrap this show up? I got a pizza in the oven. I'm very hungry. And he's gone. Are you there, Evan? Kyle?
yeah, okay. I lost you for a second.
You lost me. We got anything else to say? We got anything else
We lost
going
each
on?
other. We got those listener questions we got to do.
Oh,
Tom
that's
put up
right.
for
That's
us.
right. Yeah, we do have some stuff. Well, Evan
We can hit rapid fire.
Evan
Some
will
of these
never
be pretty-
we'll never lose each other. Don't ever say that. It makes
Aw.
me sad. We'll never lose each other.
That was cute.
It was cute. All right, first one we got. This comes from Lost Princess Adventures. If you could go back in time and go on one more Star Cruiser voyage, what would you do? Oh shit. I didn't read these before. Oh man.
I didn't either.
You know what I would do? I would watch everything passively. I would not get involved in any way in any storyline, and I would just kind of chill at the Sublight Lounge. And I would go with Evan and Tom, and I would just watch them interact. That's what I would do.
That's a pretty good one, dude.
That would give me such joy just watching you guys go through it one time. As long as I got to go through and see Yoda again, that would be my one caveat.
Yep.
But I wouldn't get off on Batu. I would just sit there and enjoy the ambiance of the ship, knowing it was my last time for real, and just watch you guys have fun.
That'd be sick, man. Before the announcement of closing and stuff, I always said I wanted to go back and just do that, just watch everything once. I was like, after I do this like 10 times, I'm just going to sit back and watch it once just to see what that looks like. So that's a good answer, so I won't say that. But basically the only storyline I never got tangled in too deep, or hardly at all, was the Sandro-Wani romance. So I would go back and do that more. I talked to Sandro a lot, especially on our last cruise, but I didn't really get to write the song with him or talk to him about Wani. So I would go back and really get involved with the Sandro and the Wani aspect.
That's a good one. That's fun to do. Writing that song is always fun.
Yeah, I never got to do it.
Next question we have is from Victoria_Lichtig_ and says, what is your favorite memory from the Star Cruiser? Ooh.
And last one on that last
memory?
question too. You mentioned being with me and Tom. I would want that we were planning to do all of our families there too, like dad, brother.
Yeah, man.
Austin.
Yep. You, me, Austin, Tom, Courtney, Holly, Taylor.
I was trying to get
your mom and dad, my mom wouldn't give two shits.
Taylor's mom and dad and
kids.
sister wanted to come too. Like
my mom literally would pay not to go on that. She would not care at all.
Like she says that and you say that, but I think she would love to sit there and watch you have the time of your life.
Yeah, as a mom, but I don't think she would have fun for 2 days doing that. You know, it might be like one of those things where it'd be like, it'd be really cool to see him be happy in the moment, but like,
yeah,
I don't know if she could sustain 2 days of that.
But
Although,
that's how it.
who knows? She's surprised me at MegaCon, so who knows?
Fair. But yep, that's what I would do. But Victoria's question.
Victoria says, what is your favorite memory from the Star Cruiser? Finding one memory is like super hard to do.
Yeah, that's almost impossible, man.
Do you have anything that immediately comes to mind?
It's tough, dude.
I think my favorite memory of the Star Cruiser, and this is a weird one, and I don't know if you asked me this tomorrow if I'd even answer the same, but it would be sitting down at Captain's Dinner the first night that I ever went.
Yeah.
Our first night was Captain's Dinner, but I just remember being like, okay, like this is it. Let's get into it. You know what I mean? Like I was like, we've done the, fart around the ship and like see the engineering room, and we've done so many things up to this point, but like, let's see if this thing that I know literally nothing about has some sort of payoff.
Yeah.
So maybe that, but it also may be like you, me, and Tom getting on and like being in the lift up to the ship. That was awesome. Because I was like, man, we're finally getting to do this together. I don't know. That one, like, I might need to circle back on. That's a really good question, and that's something I might want to circle back on because I'd have to.
That's
really
impossible,
look
though.
at. I don't think it's impossible. Another memory that comes to mind is the time that me and Tom were sitting at the Sublight Lounge. We were in that booth on the far, like when you walk into the right, like the last booth on the right. When we were just so dead tired, and we're like, "Can we get a flatbread?" And they're like, "We're still bringing out flatbreads." That's another one. Like I have these like little micro moments.
Yep, that's what it is. It's a lot of those.
Micro moments.
Like,
yeah,
a lot of it, especially the one we were all on together, would be like the times where we just kind of split up naturally. But then, like, we would pass each other, or I would see Taylor on that side mission, or I was over at the bar and you were there. Like, it was kind of cool seeing everyone on their own. That was kind of a good memory.
Do you know what I would give to go back and just know that was our last time on the ship?
Right.
Like just knowing like, hey, this is it, man. Like
I don't know.
Machine Brad. No, it wouldn't have sucked because we would have built up to it and we would have like known it was the last time and we would have like I don't think I would have done anything differently, but I think like
it would have broke my brain too much to know it. That pressure I wouldn't have liked it. I like the fact.
Yeah, I could see you crumbling under that, being like, I got to do this. I can't sleep. It was the last time. I could see you doing that.
Yeah, and it's like, but I didn't get to do this with Brad. Brad, you and I have to do this, and then me and Tom, and you have to be there. Yeah. Like, it would have been, I don't know.
All right, let's move on to the next one here.
I'll try to pinpoint one. It was that kind of combines a lot of things real quick. It was the first voyage where I like stepped out of dinner to go change or get something from the cabin or whatever, and Lenka passed me in the hallway, and I'd never spoken a word to Lenka, and she just nodded and said "Governor" and kept walking.
I had a similar thing with her.
And then like 5 minutes later, Croy was there, and Croy like sprinted across the hallway to me to talk to me about, I need to see you later at this and this and this. That was like 5 minutes after I saw Lenka. So I had just been watching Gaia at dinner. I stepped out. Lenka acknowledged me. Croy sprinted over to talk to me. So that moment was probably like one of the best moments.
Man. You know, I always tell you guys like I'm done talking about the Halcyon, but then we start talking about it. I'm like, God damn it, I love it so much.
And when it's a question, when it's a listener so much, question, dude. You know, we can do it.
I love it so much. I really do. I really love it, man. It was such a fucking great time. Yep. All right, next question here is from Patrick. Patrick 1 on Instagram. Everyone, give me a guess of an existing High Republic character cameo in Acolyte. Go. I have mine. It's almost guaranteed to happen.
I want to do one that I want, but then one that I think they will do.
Okay, I'll do the same thing. Can I go first?
Yeah.
I want Stellan Gios, but I guarantee you Yoda happens.
Yeah, I think Yoda is pretty obvious.
Yeah, that's my no shit. Like, and if they don't do it, I'd be very confused as to why they didn't do it.
I don't necessarily need or want him, but I assume he's going to be there.
I actually think it would be interesting to see his like opinion on the council as a young Jedi. That would be interesting to see, like because younger, even if it's I would need to see like on a timeline like where this actually takes place. But even 50 years younger could be a drastic change in demeanor from where he's at in the Phantom Menace. That would be interesting. But I to really honestly answer this, I'd have to know exactly on the timeline where this is. But Marchion Ro would be dope.
That's the one I want. So yeah, that's the one I want. I want Marchion.
There we go.
Or Marchion. I still have no idea, but that would tell us how to say it.
Yeah, let me know how to say it. Like, is it Marchion? Marchion?
Like, Marchion, it's you. And then I'd be like, oh, that's how you say it.
I heard someone say Marchion, but then when I was reading it, I read it as Marchion.
Yeah, but then again, it could be like the whole Leia, Han, Han.
Yeah, Falcon.
Yeah, so who cares? But I want to see him. I want to see Ro. That's what I want. But I'm going to guess they might even bring in... He's around the same age as Vernestra, so maybe Reith Silas will show up.
Oh, that'd be a good call. That'd be good.
I love him. So that's who I want also, but I think he's realistic. So, yeah, I want to see Reith.
That's a good one. I want the Charhounds to show up.
Oh, they will. They gotta.
I want those bad. I love those.
They were in the Young Jedi Adventures.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Ember.
Okay, I gotta
Ember
go watch
was there.
that. I wish my daughter was here. Bentley's here, but my daughter's not. I'd love to watch that with her. She'd love that.
It's so good.
Patrick also says on a second question, what is the goal for next year's meetup?
Well, Patrick, it might be sooner than next year. That's all.
I need to get more involved. If this past 2 weeks hadn't fucked me, I would be more involved with what you guys got going on. We need to have we need to have a get together meeting and a real.
I've kind of stepped way back too, where I'm just kind of like, hey man, whatever y'all come up with, I will do because you guys are geniuses. So like, Aaron's running away with a lot of stuff. So is Tom. So is Rachel.
Aaron's thing where she's doing our cocktails. It's so fucking funny to me, dude. I just got wind of the. No, I'm here. I'm talking about Aaron's. Can you hear me now?
Okay.
I'm talking about Aaron's cocktails that she's doing, where she's following the recipes. Is the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god.
I want to do that. I'm so jealous.
Could not believe the one she sent today.
Cough syrup. She's using cough syrup.
It's like I had to Google, can you drink cough syrup with alcohol?
Yeah, she had to Google, is it safe to drink with alcohol?
Holy shit. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
When we made those lists, we didn't actually think people were going to do it. So if you do what Aaron's doing, please check that it's safe.
Don't do what Aaron's doing. We know her. It's okay.
I want to do it. But if you guys out there do it, please make sure it's safe like she did. She's responsible.
Holy shit. It made me laugh so hard, bro. I was reading that. I was like, there's no way you did that. I think I even commented, I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, she really did, though.
And then we have our last question here from Avant. Avant very. Why does Disney hate Star Wars? They don't. They made like $9 billion off it. They love it.
But they're afraid to use it anywhere in the parks or cruises anymore.
Except for Galaxy's Edge and then the day at sea.
But if he's gone and they don't add anything to Galaxy's Edge, like you said, they wouldn't have built it today. So
yeah, but now that it's there, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, it's printing money for us. What are we gonna do to keep it up?
They're like, let's not touch it ever.
I'm telling you, bro. I know 5 years is coming up, but you give it 7 years. Once that newness, 5 years in theme parks is still new. When I first moved down here, I think Harry Potter opened in 2013. I could be a little off on that. 2014, something like that. When I got here, to me, it was still new, and it had been open for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, I mean,
once
like you're saying,
new quote wears off, you're going to see them invest big, and I think you're going to get
in terms of all those
a lot. I think I think Gaia is going to come to Batu. I really do.
I don't know if they're willing to pay an equity singer all that.
I would guarantee you, if people are paying $150 per person per dinner,
that's where it comes in.
Yeah, they're gonna make that thing that they canceled and switch over to the house. I'm telling you, and they're gonna do it at both coasts now. I would bet my life savings on it.
I still wouldn't because I don't trust them, but that's.
Well, it's not to me. It's not about trusting them. It's just knowing that they want to make money.
Yeah,
and they have a built-in audience already from the Halcyon who would be all in.
It's like
they have, which they had enough to do a hotel for, right? They're gonna have people who are gonna be interested. If it's gonna make them money, they'll do it. And I cannot fathom how a sit-down Star Wars restaurant does not make them money, unless your overhead is just insane, and then that's just revamping your business model. But I bet in the next 5 years we see that happen. And I'm telling you, bro, I would literally bet my life savings on it.
I hope you're right. But it's like you said too, with all those guests that come like once in a lifetime or once every 10 years for the newness factor, like Fantasyland is still new to a lot of people.
They still call it New Fantasyland.
Yeah,
it's been open for 14 years old. Yeah, it's old shit. It's been there longer than the 90s Tomorrowland was.
Think
about
disgusting.
that. Think about that.
I don't want to.
It's been there longer than 90s Tomorrowland was there.
And
on that glorious note, Evan T. Boucher, I love you to death. Please have a safe flight to Indiana tomorrow. I love you. You and Taylor, be safe. And we will see you guys next week. We'll be remote again, I think, right? You're not coming back
I'll be back Tuesday.
Oh, we might be all in person.
Yeah, I'm hoping we're in person.
We should be all back in person.
Yeah, I miss your ugly faces.
I can't wait to see your stupid fucking face in person. It'll be great. I love you.
Yeah.
We will see you guys on the next one. Until then, stay safe. May the Force be with you.
I love you too, always. And Tabuite.
And I'm gonna do Tom's part. Rise, Jedi Knight. And then he goes, because he's an old dad now. He goes, I'm gonna go to bed.